Good morning, peeps. Happy Saturday. Cheers. My coffee. It is Saturday. It's about 50 degrees and it's rainy here. So I thought I would relax all day today. Today's one of those rainy days where I give myself permission to do nothing, to do no thing. And I'm happy to do no thing. So I'm sitting by the fire and I have my Yoga Preacher Oracle deck, and I figured I'd pull some messages for you. But before we begin, I smudged my house, and I thought that's why my throat is like, it's like all of a sudden right before I record, okay? And it reminded me that it's Mercury retrograde. Today's the first day of Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is the planet of communication. And they say when it's retrograde that it's going backwards. But from what I know, it's a planet that is spinning in a way that gives the illusion that it's going backwards, but it's really at a standstill. So if you're an astronomy expert, please correct me, but that's how I know it. In any case, I'll tell you how I know Mercury retrograde, because anything that can screw up will screw up in Mercury retrograde. So it's a good time to just chill and just relax, double check everything. You know, you've got travel, double check your travel. Computer, back up your stuff. Make sure you're careful with your words, because you know, once it releases, once it's in the head and goes from the head and out of the mouth, you can't take it back. And under a Mercury retrograde, we have a tendency to do that. But I say, do what starts with the letters R-E. Relax, restore, renew, retreat, review. Did I already say that one? So do those things. Anything that starts with RE, review, retreat, relax, renew, restore. Do those things. Do those things from now till I think the middle of June. I don't know when it's going in forward motion, but it's sometime in middle June, right? So I'm going to take advantage and just relax. And I have my flag blanket for Memorial Day, for all the people who served our country. I want to remember the people who served our country and who have passed on, people who have died for our freedom. I have a great amount of respect for you. I can't think of a mission that's more badass than putting your own shit on the line to serve other people. Okay, I'm getting emotional, so let's go back to the Yoga Preacher deck. Let me take another sip. Hold on. I love oat creamer. Okay, here we go. So, and I have my Oak Bluffs t-shirt. I bought this at Martha's Vineyard a couple years ago. And you know when you buy t-shirts, they're kind of boxy, so I just jazzed it up a little bit. Yeah, I did this. And I'm excited too, because Martha's Vineyard has a special place in my heart, and I'm preparing to meet friends at the end of next week and on the vineyard, and I am so excited. It's my first real mask-free gathering with friends. And I'm really excited, and I want to apologize to the first friend that I hug, because I'm probably going to hold you for about 5 minutes and cry my eyes out, because it's been that long since I've had a real meaningful hug of another human being. I'm probably going to break my friend in half. Oh, sorry. I love life. I love when life surprises me, and I also love when the spirit backs me up when I do these videos. Look at this. What did I say? Relax, release, retreat, review. Look at all the faces. It's Mercury retrograde, and I just preached about this, and this card fell out, so this is double confirmation. Take time to reflect. Take time to retreat. Sit by the fire. Chill out. I mean, I don't know what the weather is like. It's harder to chill out when the weather is like sunny. And I'm thankful because my body is healing from sports injuries. And every time I feel a little bit better, I always push the envelope and then I'm back again. And then I go out and then I have to re-heal. And so this time I promised myself nothing intense. And I'm so glad I decided to make this vow to myself, because I did it not realizing it's Mercury retrograde till the middle of June. But I made a vow to myself that I would stay in a more relaxed, not a relaxed state of mind, but to relax my body. Well, I guess, yeah, my body and my mind are connected. So I was going to stay relaxed. So that means no biking, no walking, no 5K walks, no, not even a hot yoga. And you guys know I love my yoga dome. But I was going crazy. I was doing 90-minute practices, and I do intense practices after doing 5Ks, and I'm still not fully healed from an IT band. Who does that? You know? I'll tell you who does that. A woman with a lot of energy who's been in isolation for 15 months by herself. And now I realized, in order for me to be fully healed so I can enjoy the entire summer without limping and going back into pain again, I'm going to sit by the fire. I'm going to bring out my pencils, do more art, do fun readings, and read some more books. I've read a lot of books during my COVID isolation. Maybe read some more books and maybe create something new. I mean, maybe give myself another deadline to create something new by the end of June. But here's the thing. Mercury's in retrograde. Take advantage of this time. Take advantage of this time. And I'm glad that I made that vow to heal, because it's Mercury retrograde and there's no better time to heal and to pause and to stop and to reflect than during a Mercury retrograde. Because Mercury retrograde is not always bad. It's a great opportunity. Sometimes people from your past come back. Sometimes things that are left unresolved come back into your life to be either closed completely or healed. So I'm really looking forward to what this Mercury retrograde is going to bring to me. Mask-free! Because the world is going to be my oyster, and I hope it's going to be yours too. So I know it is, because this card came up. Time to travel the world. Time to get out. Time to just really own it. After the Mercury retrograde, though. Okay, do your research. This is the time to do your research on where you want to go. Pick your next trip. My first trip is the vineyard. I also have the card that I don't like, the no card. So if you're trying to like get up and go and not heed the advice of Mercury retrograde and really honor yourself, this is saying like, no, don't go jumping around like a jumping bean just yet. Take some time to reflect. Right? We got relax, release, retreat. The world is your oyster, but right now, don't go on running all over the place. Take time. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm a Leo. Leo sun. But my Capricorn rising, my Virgo moon, and my North Node is in Taurus. So I have a lot of Earth balancing out my big fire, because I have a lot of fire. My Leo fire is big. All right, another one popped out. So study and learn about Mercury retrograde. Google it. There's lots of information, but it could take you 5 minutes to really understand what the heck is going on. So if not Mercury retrograde, maybe this is a good time for you to pick up and learn something new. So you're gonna learn either through wisdom. You can learn through wisdom. You can learn through through your mistakes. You can learn through other people. You can learn through a book. I'm telling you, you can go to Amazon.com. I'd say go to Barnes & Noble. You can go to Barnes & Noble, or you can go to Amazon.com and buy 30 years of wisdom for the short price of $20. Go and do that shit. You can't buy this deck. This deck is not for sale. This is my own personal private deck. Maybe my next project will be a deck that I will sell. How about that? How about I reflect and think about that during this Mercury retrograde? All right, let's see what else we have here. Water, drink more water. This came up yesterday for me too. I don't know why. I usually pound water a lot, and especially since I had early in the week when I had my shot, I was just flooding my body with water. It's a daunting thing to do every day because you drink so much, and then the next day you got to do it all over again. This is why I want to buy a water filter, because I'm tired of stacking cases of bottled water. It's not good for the environment, and drinking a lot of water is not going to stop for me, you know? So I'm going to invest in a really nice like water filter system. I haven't decided on anything yet, but soon and very soon. But please, you know, while you're celebrating over the holiday, especially if the weather is good for you or if you're traveling, you know, have your alcohol, you know, enjoy your life. You're here to be abundant, enjoy life. But here's the thing that I want to challenge you with this card, because this wisdom is coming for me. It's coming up through me for you. Alcohol beverage, then drink your water. Then you have another alcohol beverage, then you drink 2 waters. Then you drink another alcohol beverage, and then you drink 3 glasses of water. So it's drink water, drink water, water, drink water, 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 and just keep following the whole night that way, and you'll be just fine. You'll wake up fresh as a daisy. Okay, and you'll be shining, 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 yeah. Woohoo! Shining, shining, shining. I'm just happy I can do a back bend like that. My hip flexors are really tight, so I wouldn't do it now. So I want to heal, 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 heal. Healing is real. Healing is real. And so is resting the body. So, all right, what else do we want the viewer to know? A message for the viewer on this beautiful Saturday. My nose is all red. I hate people. Listen, I woke up like this. Some days I like to glam up for the camera, and some days I'm just like, I had pigtails. I slept with pigtails in my hair. I took the pigtails out, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go record by the fire. It sounds really loud. It's my binaural beats. Okay. And I hope whatever you do for Memorial Day that you stay safe and give thanks to the people who fought for you. King and Queen, King and Queen. I call this my power couple card. There's a power couple. And that power couple needs to go dancing. You should be dancing, yeah. I always sing the Bee Gees song when I see that card. Dance and create. So if you're in New England and this weather's bumming you out, it's cold, it's this and that, this is a great time during Mercury retrograde to get out the color pencils and play, you know? Maybe finally write that book you've been wanting to write. I have a book in me. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. Because there's an opportunity here for you. It's opportunity. Red door is good luck. It's good feng shui too. All right. How about just a couple of more? Fires needs to be turned. Think about having fires. You don't put wood in there and then just go sit down for hours. You have to constantly, you know, turn the wood, and it's a relationship, you know. Your fire, how big you want your fire, you know, depends on how you care for it. Oh, I care for my fire. All right, I have 80 cards in here. I know traditional tarot decks are 78, but if it's an oracle, it can be any number of cards that you want. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be like a story theme like the tarot. So I have 80 cards here. And you know, it's interesting. I have 80 cards, and sometimes when I do these and I pull cards for you guys, or I pull them for myself, I thought a card flipped. It's like the same cards all over and over. It's like, there's 80 of you in here. Is there another message? And it's like, nope, that's your message. Stop ignoring it. Here it is. And that's your message. Twin flames. The year, from everything that I've studied on spirituality and soulmates and twin flames, the twin flame journey blew up during the pandemic because of the year 2020. A lot of people were claiming that 2020 was the year of twin flame unions. So whether that's true or not remains to be seen, because we are in 2021. So I'd like to hear from all of the twin flames that actually came into union with their, well, you know what? If they came into union with their twin flame in 2020, they're probably still going through it. Because when you Google twin flame, you're going to learn it's possibly the hardest relationship union in the beginning, but the most rewarding and the most beautiful of all. The second thing about twin flame, if you're a tarot reader, you follow me, you already know. You already know. But for the people who don't glamorize the relationship, because the number one priority for a twin flame relationship is spiritual work. It's purpose. You come together for purpose, right? The love is already there. It's been there through many lifetimes. It's the real other half of you. How could you not have real, unconditional, true love when you come in union with your twin flame? It's there. That's already there. You don't even have to work on that. You have to work on really getting through all the other bullshit, the fear, the coming into knowing. One knows, one doesn't, one chases, one runs, and then the runner becomes the chaser, and then there's always a period where they meet and they have to separate. So if you think you're with your twin flame and you never had a separation, yeah, you're with your twin flame. Trust and believe. Go study. It's the hardest relationship, and I tell you, don't ask for it. And not everybody's going to get it. Everybody can have a soulmate. Everybody can have not only just one soulmate, you can have 1,000 soulmates. You can have endless soulmates, but there's only one other twin flame. That's why that journey is so hard. There's only one. Not everybody will get one. Your number one priority is not love and sex, it's purpose. And then everything else is added onto that relationship, and it'll be like nothing else. So if you're really curious, go ahead and Google it. And get out of your stinking thinking. Look at it, the onion, it stinks. The mind stinks. It's like, oh yeah, stinking thinking. Fear is just manifesting bad shit. That's what fear does. When you stinking thinking, you're literally creating your thoughts into reality. Do you really want the stinking thinking thoughts to come to fruition? No person in their right mind would say yes to that. That's when I like the word no. I don't want the bad thoughts to come to fruition in my life, which is why I tried like hell to catch myself when I'm going down in that stinking thinking. And this is why I avoid negative people like the plague, And I'm not saying avoid depressed people, because the world is depressed. You'd have to avoid the whole world, right? But if somebody is depressed and they don't want to do anything about it, and they're negative and depressed, I don't fuck with people like that. I have zero tolerance policy now. Before I used to be like, oh, let me help them. Let me show them the light. Let them show me the way. Let me have them around my energy and bring fun into their lives so they know that they don't have to be this way. But now, the after COVID me now has a zero tolerance policy. If you're jealous, if you're negative, if you're a stinking thinker, you're out of my life. That is not a warning. That is a promise to anybody. In my social circle. I'm not talking about places where, I can't avoid you, but I have a choice. And if you why darling want to hang out with me? You might want to look in the mirror. And maybe put up some boundaries for yourself. And that's my boundary. My boundary is, if every word that comes out of you is negative, I'm putting a boundary around that. If every outcome that you see in your mind that you share is negative, I'm putting a boundary around that. If you're selfish, if you're greedy, if you're a taker, if you're a Debbie Downer, if you're a wet blanket, I've got a boundary for you. You should have boundaries that strong too. We've been through enough in 2020 and a good portion of 2021. Don't go into the rest of 2021 and any year after that putting up with anything else. You deserve more than that. Oh, on the floor, exercise. So it says to exercise, but I am going to not exercise because I'm healing. Because every time I heal, I go out there and then I bang myself up some more. And I really need to heal. So I made a vow not to do anything intense. I'm going to do gentle stuff, like some upper body. I need to work on my upper body. I love my yoga dome. I love that I have the option of practicing at 10 o'clock at night. I'm a night owl. I wake up at night. I don't know. I can do anything at 10 o'clock at night. And so, but I'm not doing that now because I keep my body, you know, I went to bed one night after like biking for a week, right? Still not fully healing my IT band, but thinking, oh, I can bike, I can do this, right? And I literally felt my body throbbing, like my thighs and my legs. It was like really screaming at me like, bitch, if you don't stop this shit, you're not going to be able to walk. You're going to need 2 hip replacements. So I decided to listen. And I said, I'm going to give myself a vow because I love myself that I'm not going to do anything intense. I'm sweating, you guys. So you know what that means. That I'm not going to do anything intense till the end of June. And since I made that vow, I've stopped doing things. I actually feel like I can walk without pain. But the old me, like a few weeks ago, would have been like, oh, I'm walking without pain. Let me go out and bike 40 miles and then do a 90K, do a 5K power walk and then a 90 minute hot yoga practice. I would do that, you know? But my body says, don't do that. Do something gentle. But if you're not moving, if you're the opposite of me, then this is a call for you to get up and go. Do some cartwheels. Do some handstands. Exercise doesn't have to be a boring thing. You can dance as exercise. You know, go out and dance. Do some yard work. Do your yard and then do your neighbor's yard. Connect with nature and connect with the dirt on the ground. You know, that's exercise. Swimming's good exercise. I may swim. I'll swim in June. Like I'll do gentle stuff. I'm not doing the more intense, you know, until you're, you know, pouring in sweat. Although that's my favorite kind of workout. I love intense workouts. I do. I love sweating. I love huffing and puffing and feeling like my body's being ripped apart. But yet at the end of it, you when you're done and your body is happy and you've detoxed and you feel clean and you feel energized, you know, that's the best drug in the world. You know, you get the endorphins, you get all that feel good, happy drugs. Like your physical body, your body's like Deepak Chopra said this, your body is like an exquisite pharmacy and it can create all these drugs on its own just by exercising. Maybe that's my problem. I'm addicted to that feeling, that good feeling. You know, I can say it. I can tell the truth to myself. But I also find joy in so many other things. So, any case, somebody either needs to relax on the exercise or kick it up. Maybe, you know, every time you get off the couch, your body hurts. That's a sign you need to, you know, build up those muscles a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to keep going because this is fun. Let me take another sip. Excuse me while I sip my coffee. Yummy. All right. Okay, so a couple fell. This deck is made with, it's really slippery. This is 888. It's the number of abundance. Abundance, infinity, endless abundance. Because there's no end to the number 8. It just goes on and on and on and on till the break of dawn. What I say about today, chill out. This card comes up every time I do a reading. This card comes out. If this is a cigarette, a cigar, or I call it God's good green earth medicine. You know, puff, puff, pass, but you gotta chill out. I love this one. I love this number. I'm gonna tell the truth as to what this is. For me, it's not just an angel number. I know we have angel numbers. I have angel numbers in there. 888 is an angel number. But I have 10:10 here because it represents my favorite scripture in the Bible, John 10:10. And I don't know the whole Bible, and I don't believe in everybody's interpretation of what certain verses mean. And there's different variations of the Bible, so people can toss it up the way that they want. But when I hear certain scriptures, there's only certain scriptures that do it for me. I feel the truth. I feel the vibration of the words. And if you ever want to know if something is true, you'll know by the way you feel. You won't need any other proof but how you feel, because truth has a vibration, right? And you know it. You know the truth when you hear it. And the verse is John 10:10. It says, Jesus says, I came. The devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came so that you could have life and have it more abundantly. That's what he said. He said, I came. Why did he come? Because in the scripture, he said, I came so you can have more abundantly. And if you don't believe in the devil, let me tell you what the devil looks like. The devil looks like negativity. The devil looks like toxic people. The devil looks like just dark energy. The devil looks like lies. The devil looks like anything that wants to take your shine away. We had shine in here, right? Okay? And Jesus said, honestly, what's more badass than, you may not believe in God because you can't see it, but Jesus was a real experience. He was a real God in human form. He, to some people, was just a man. To me, he was a healer and a teacher and a savior. Okay? And so he's wherever he is to you, but he was real. And there's no denying the fact that he was here. And what is more badass than somebody that came and shook the ground under every religious person? Those religious people hated Jesus. He was a rebel with a cause. And he came and he destroyed all of that stuff, and they hated him for that. And they hung him for that. And he allowed that sacrifice to happen because he had a greater purpose. And his greater purpose was your freedom and my freedom. What's more badass than that? What's more badass than putting your guts on the line to give freedom to other people? So Jesus said, I came so that you can have life and have it more what? More abundantly. To have it more abundantly. So chill the F out, because you can have. You can have it. So shine. Because Jesus said you can shine. And let me tell you something. That's why I don't like to be around people who are negative. I don't like people. Look at her. Look at that. Oh, who does she think she is? If I can't have it, you can't have it. Right from the heavens. Sorry. That's how Jesus made me. Jesus made me to be a free, expressive yogi, and I am not apologizing for it. So for those who want to act like they can take away from somebody, all I know is I remember this scripture. There's only a few scriptures in the Bible that I know and love. There was one I had on my website for the longest time. I think it's still there. Of course, now I can't remember because I'm filming. I don't know if it's Matthew 8:36. Maybe it is Matthew 8:36. Chapter 8, verse 36. What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? There's nothing more sad than having that abundance, right, through wicked ways, and then you just sit on top of all your abundance and you have nothing else but just your material abundance. No one to share it with, no inner joy, only people who want to take, only succubuses and incubus who want to come and take, but giving you no real love. I'd rather have just a pot and a few crackers and abundance of joy and freedom over having the whole world and losing my soul over it. Water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pay attention, water signs. You came up because, baby, you're a star. Oh, I think a Prince's song. Baby, you're a star. Oh, you're a star. You're a star seed. One thing about water signs, too, they're natural psychics. They are so intuitive, especially Pisces, which is why there's a joke. I have if you go to my Instagram, I have Jesus as an Aries, as a Pisces, as a Cancer, as a Leo, and it's so true when you look at it. And one thing, it says Jesus as a Cancer, and it shows Jesus crying, because Cancers are known to be very sensitive, but that's water. Water signs are very super sensitive, but Cancer happens to be one of the most sensitive and feminine signs. Scorpio, don't piss off a Scorpio. You should see Jesus as a Scorpio. He's got like a long gun, a whole like vest of bullets. Like, fuck with me now, because you don't fuck with Scorpios, man. They're in their emotions and they're prepared to kill. Okay, but the Pisces are the most psychic, and I think that's why they always say, like, in the Jesus as a Pisces, the Pisces is like, passed out with alcohol bottles all around him, because they say, like, Pisces tend to be more addicts, I guess, like alcoholics or addicts, because they're constantly trying to like not feel because they feel so much. So I kind of like, I understand the water signs because I know they feel a lot. They probably feel more than any other signs in the zodiac. But I would capitalize on that, man. You're intuitive as a mug. I'm telling you, man, you the information you have, just because you can feel. There are people who are practicing, using their tools, practicing intuition, trying to get to that level. And you Cancers like to should wake up like that. Wake up intuitive. So you're a star. You gotta breathe, everybody. Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe. When you're stressed, take a deep breath. When you're stuck, take a deep breath. You know, when I notice what I do, as much as I teach about breathing and I taught breath in my classes, when I'm at work and I'm on my computer, I'm on something really intense, I notice that my chest tightens, especially if I'm really into something. I have to stop and breathe into my work. Breathe into your work. You don't want to tighten yourself up. You want to breathe into your work. So whatever it is that you're doing, remember, like, especially if you catch yourself holding your body back from the very thing it needs to survive. But if you take a deep breath, you'll probably become more creative. Things will flow out of you better. You'll look better. Trust your intuition more. So if you are that, I just talked about intuition. If you are that water sign and you're not trusting your intuition, you're like snuffing out your life force. That's like not breathing. Don't do that, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Don't snuff out your life force. Don't snuff out your gift. Gee, these cards are popping out like popcorn. My favorite word. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Because you're a star. So say yes. And take your lemons and make lemonade. I made lemonade for 15 months. And I can't wait to be on the vineyard. My first trip with friends. That friend that's going to get the first hug, it's probably going to last 5 minutes. I just want to warn you. And I'm probably going to be choking on my own tears, happy and crying because I may have fist bumped. I think I had I had a facial with Kim, and we did one of those little cheap thingies, right? But I have not embraced a human being since March 2020. I hug myself. I used to say that in yoga class, and I say, put your knees into your chest, rock up and back, but don't forget to give yourself a big hug. And I'd say that, and people would know what I would mean, but it's so cute when I'd see new people, and I'd say, okay, give yourself a big hug. And people on the floor would go like this. I'm like, bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees. It's so cute. Because when was the last time you gave yourself a big hug? When's the last time you loved yourself? I'm just looking forward to hugging another person, so I'm really excited I love the vineyard. And maybe I'll buy more t-shirts and cut them up. I have a ton of t-shirts. I don't need to buy any more t-shirts. I need to stop doing that, getting rid of stuff and then buying stuff. So I'm not doing that anymore. I want to just have only what I need. Because I think when I have only what I need, it's easier to travel lightly. See, I'm a carry-on only kind of traveler. No, I'm not. If I'm going somewhere, I'll have a suitcase and a travel on. But when I roam in life, so to speak, I have very little baggage. So I'm carry-on only in my life. And that's what makes me happy. The sun from the traditional tarot is the happiest card in the deck. It's also my ruling planet. And she's here. The sun is here. Oh. I always feel like somebody's watching me and I ain't no privacy. Oh. Do you feel like somebody's like stalking you or watching you? Give them something to watch. If they're going to take the time to go to your page, give them something to watch. Yay, you're watching me. And guess what? I woke up like this. Yin yang. I got to color that in. A friend, I pulled this card for a friend and she actually had the tattoo. How cool is that? And in the tattoo, I noticed that was dark. So I said, thank you. I'm glad I saw that. I'm going to fix this card. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. Yes, they do. And in twin flame relationships, you are opposites. Twin flames are typically opposites. Either one is much, much older, or one is, it's like the religious factors are completely different. The age is like 20, 30 years difference. They don't live near each other. There's like huge differences. That's another sign when you know you've met your twin flame. 555, change is coming. Yes, it is. All right, one more because I just want to, since I've been doing this reading, I'm 37 minutes in. Have you guys seen me really shuffle these cards? No, because they keep jumping out. I just want to get a good round in. I think I still need to break these in. They're still very glossy. Oh, there's a card that flipped. So we're going to have to read that one. So let's see. Pretty cool when it does that. Oh, it says don't forget to look up. Don't forget to look up. If you missed the lunar eclipse, it was cloudy here. So didn't get to see it. But you know what? I saw the last supermoon. And, there are many more lunar eclipses to see. All right, one that fell right here. Yay. Yeah, Church of the Great Outdoors. Church of the Great Outdoors. Somebody needs to spend more time outside. I also read an article that people are now upgrading their homes by building the outside. So good things came out of this isolation. One of it is that people like to be outside. There was one guy that invested $300,000 to have like a TV out there, like with the waterproof casing, couches, everything. Like, people are understanding that being outside is a beautiful thing. And in fact, the outside is the new inside. Thank you, Jesus, because I'm always outside. I would never move anywhere or buy a house that didn't have a setup for me to be outside. 333 Ascendant Masters. Jesus is one of them. Lots of Ascendant. Buddha's an Ascendant Master. Kuan Yin. I could go on. But that number's up. So maybe somebody is either working with the Ascendant Master energy, or I'm putting those back in, knocking that out. I don't know. 3 is a charm. When I think of 3, I think 3 is a charm. Ooh. Time to move. Either move your body or move a residence. Always move your body. Our body emotion stays in motion. Okay, I'm going to do this one. How are you? Now, I want you to answer that question to yourself. And you can go all out and tell the truth to yourself. If you want to say, I'm a hot mess, you can say that to yourself. You don't have to worry about being insecure, that people know you're a hot mess, or that you're feeling on top of the world. And sometimes people feel really great and they don't want to tell people that because they don't want them to feel bad, But here, I'm asking you, how are you? One more card. Let's see if we can get some rounds. I guess not. It's just not. The cards want to talk. Stay positive no matter what. Because if you stay in fear, what's the alternative? You stay in fear and then you worry about something that hasn't happened, that probably won't happen. But yet, if you put it in your head enough and stay in stinking thinking, you can manifest bad things in your life by doing that. Which is why I don't like to be around that kind of energy. No more. No. This is where I love the word no. No more negativity. No more. I understand people go through depression. Let me tell you, I went through many bouts of little mini depression episodes in the 15 months. That's natural. The world is depressed. I get it. But if you are depressed to the point where you need help, you got to go get that help. If you don't get that help and you know you're depressed, but you decide to stay there, I ain't darkening your door. I ain't calling. I ain't texting. I don't even want to follow your page. I don't want nothing to do with that energy anymore. And that's what came out of me. 15 months. I'm coming out with some big ass wings, people. I had a transformation that I could never have unless this pandemic happened. So I have a zero tolerance policy for negativity. If I even hear you slightly say, who does she think she, who does he think he, if I even say side eye, bye, goodbye, I ain't got time for you. So stay positive no matter what. Bottom of the deck is balance. Balance, my darlings, because this is the key to happiness. The key to happiness is balance. And I challenge anyone watching this video to tell me otherwise. All right. 42 minutes in. You know what? It's a long reading. I was hoping to do something small, but if it's going to be a long reading, then I am going to make it worth waiting a day for it to upload on YouTube. So I'm going to go into the, I don't know what you call this deck, the Amira deck. And we're just going to pull some confirmations, just some confirmations. This is another fun deck too. The only thing about this deck is the way it's shaped. I would never create cards in this way anymore. That's why I see lots of cards at the size of like a regular plain deck. Not like, these are fun, but let me just see. I'm going to do one, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, top of the deck. True love. True love is happening to somebody. True love is a message for somebody watching. Greatest gift of all time, true love and free will. Yeah. But you got to activate your free will. You want that true love. Because you can easily say no to love. I know a lot of people that do that. That ain't going to be me. Here we go. Something has to do with your past life. And maybe it's time to look at your life. Mercury retrograde. Sometimes people from your past during Mercury retrograde come back up. So maybe somebody from your past during Mercury retrograde is coming back up because they're understanding that maybe the connection you have is really true. So let's go for one more. Yes. Control. Control is never a good thing. Because I just talked about free will, right? What's the opposite of free will? It's control. So you want that treat, you want this true love, you're going to have to let go of control. And you can't control true love. You can't control that shit. You can't control that. Control is not love, people. You heard it here. Control is not love. All right, I said one more. But I want one more. I love this deck. I can't even fucking believe this. Courting man. I answered a post on Facebook and somebody said, do people even date anymore? Or do they just go straight to sex? Too many comments to read. It was like one of those questions. Everybody had something to say about it, including myself. But what I said, put me in Facebook jail for 3 days. 3 fucking days. Because I said dating is dead. And all people want to do is Netflix and chill. And somebody reported that. All right, hater. You reported that because I tell the truth. I know the truth is hard to hear, but I only speak the truth. And so somebody's thinking about actually dating. I know I am. I'm woo, bottom of the deck. Soulmate. Yeah, I'm interested in dating a soulmate. I'm interested in dating soulmates, and I'm interested in, I would absolutely love a twin flame, because I'm a person on purpose, and a twin flame is on purpose. But if I don't have a relationship with my twin flame in this life, there are abundance of twin flames, just as good. Maybe we won't be like purpose-driven working together, but we're going to have an amazing life regardless. So it's your choice. You decide. But I definitely don't want this false person. So we don't want any of that falseness. Falseness, that lies. That's not love. That's not true love. Family room. So it seems like there's some discussions happening. And when I see family room, I do think of like things that happen in the family, like either like, you have family discussions, or, you're gathering with the family. It's very intimate and close, but somehow there's this false energy that's in that. So let me just pull one more. Yeah, see, this is what I'm staying away from going forward. The only thing I need to find balance with is just whether I should share why I'm not around negative energy, or just don't be around it. Sometimes I operate from the, if you don't ask, I don't tell. Because I used to just tell people straight out, like, I ain't fucking with you, you this, that, and they didn't ask. They're not ready to hear the truth. I learned to shut my mouth. And I say, well, now I am, don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask. Yeah, don't ask, don't tell. But if you ask, I'm going to tell you. Which is probably why people don't ask me. So maybe they should ask the mature man for some advice. But the mature man is here with this false lady in the family room. Last one. I don't know where that story is going, but I felt called to pick up the deck. And I have time. 47 minutes in. I love shuffling this deck. Somebody has a message. Somebody needs to get somebody has a message either waiting for them that they didn't read. Maybe somebody blocked somebody or something, or maybe you're going to get a message in the mail. But somebody needs to say something. Somebody has a message. Somebody wants to tell you something. And it's probably this mature man, right, about this false person, and they're discussing this in the family room. Something like that. Bottom of the deck. Lovers. Lovers on the bottom of the deck. When you hear the truth and you get a message, it resonates or it doesn't. But when it does resonate, let it go where it needs to go with you. I'm not pulling anymore. I just heard stop. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to finish my coffee because this is my first cup. I'm going to enjoy the fire. I don't know. Maybe today will be movie day. Maybe I'll actually watch a movie or something. But anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you do something fun. And remember, it's Mercury retrograde. Give yourself permission. Pause, release, relax, review, renew. Maybe write that message. Maybe that's what that message is about, because Mercury is a planet of communication. So maybe somebody needs to take time to sit back and really think about what they want to say. Peace.